Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir has been quaked by protests against Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir, I beg your pardon, General Asim Munir over the last few days. There have been violence, there has been clashes, 10 people have been killed in firing. There is fires raging in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, which has turned in many ways into a battle zone. It's an uproar against the Pakistan government's failed promises. There are demands for freedom and justice. There is price rise. There is a neglect that's taking place in PoK that has triggered an unprecedented level of violence. The Pakistan security forces have, as always, been using their guns to silence dissent. Bullets are flying as PoK is burning. These are real images of protests that have been taking place. A big pushback from POJK. The protests have shattered the Pakistani narrative that all is well in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. I want to bring in voices to try and understand what's taking place, because as I will show you in just a moment, it isn't just Pakistan-occupied Kashmir that's burning, but there are fires raging all around and within Pakistan right now, leading to a very, very unstable situation just a few months after Operation Sindoor with India. Dr. Shabir Choudhary, author and political analyst, joins me from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir tonight. And Major Nadeem is a well-known Pakistani defense analyst. He's a former DG with Strategic Defense Division as well. Welcome to the both of you. Thanks for being with me. Dr. Choudhary, to you first. How do you see the current protests that have been sweeping Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir? Is this just another protest? Or is there something historic about what's going on? They've been raging for the last 3 to 4 days at least, sir.
Thank you very much for providing this opportunity to express my views. My thanks to you as well as to your channel, NDTV. It was sad to hear that your democracy is under threat. The biggest democracy on earth. Let me tell you what is under threat in my region where I come from. You can call it Pakistani occupied Kashmir, you can call it Pakistan administered Kashmir, and you can also call it called Azad Kashmir.
PoK. We only call it PoK. Yeah.
Our right to life is under threat. Our dignity and honor is under threat. Our resources are under threat. Our struggle and what we are doing there, or what we are saying there, is not one individual. You just mentioned General Asim Munir. Our struggle is against the occupation. And it started occupation, did not start when General Asim Munir became a general. It started in 1947. We've been campaigning against the occupation and we were asking for justice. What is happening now?
Yeah.
We are talking about right of expression. That is something which has been taken away from us long time ago. Many of my books have been banned. I cannot go back to my village. I am not reason. Just because I speak against Pakistani occupation, Pakistani inappropriate treatment to people of Jammu and Kashmir, the way they treat us as second class or maybe third class citizens. Yeah. We're using that and talking about it. Even now, at present, while we are talking, people say that talks are going on. Let me tell you, talks between who? My sources tell me, ISI chief is there, Masood Khan, as we know, puppet of Pakistan, who served as an ambassador in Beijing and also in America, yeah? And he was also president, he was served as the president of Pakistan.
I understand what you're saying, Dr. Choudhary. Major Nadeem from Pakistan is also with me. He's a commentator from there. He's been part of the security establishment as well. Lieutenant General Satish Dua is also with me. He has headed India's integrated defense staff as well. Welcome, General Dua. Major Nadeem, to you first. You've heard what Dr. Choudhary has just said, that this is only a result of many, many years and decades of the people there being treated like second-class citizens, price rise, infrastructure, families refused burials till demands are met, the charter system, a complete failure of faith in the Pakistani government, sir. How would you see this, Major Nadeem?
First of all, thank you very much. Let me explain you. First, what you say that it is Pakistan occupied Kashmir. It is not Pakistan occupied Kashmir.
So there's no argument on that. That's not the debate tonight.
It is Azad Jammu and Kashmir. Let me clarify. Another thing which I want to clarify is it is not a freedom movement.
There is no debate on that.
It is not a freedom movement. You use the word freedom. It is not a freedom movement. No insurgency or no rebellion is going on as it is going on in the northeast India, these seven sisters.
Sir, right? You are a former soldier, if I'm not mistaken. So please behave a little maturely. Please behave with a little bit of maturity.
Yes, I'm just clarifying these 2 points. Okay, I am
the question that I'm asking you. You've got 4 days, 4 days of unrest in PoK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir, where 10 people have been killed by your cowardly armed forces.
Not 10 people.
10 people have been killed by your cowardly armed forces over there.
And
you are sitting and arguing about the northeast of India, sir.
It is incorrect, right? I'm just trying to say it is a peaceful protest.
Don't get triggered by words, sir. Answer the question.
Yes, I'm replying the question.
Yeah.
So first of all, it is not a freedom movement. It was just a socio-political demands for restructuring the socio-economic structure. It is not at all the insurgency, not a rebellion, right? And there was nothing.
Perhaps.
The complete Kashmir was peaceful before 29 of
So if it's not a rebellion, why are 10 people dead, sir? Why are 10 people dead if it's not a rebellion?
It was basically the planted Indian raw agents.
Okay.
I
was waiting for that.
Who hurled stones, who fired over the police, right? Okay, so everything was okay before 29th September, as the Mr. Bashir Saab saying, they are being deprived of their rights. It is nothing like that.
You are being called a raw agent tonight. I was waiting. I thought it would come in the first 10 seconds, but it took about 2-3 minutes for Major Nadeem to call you a raw agent. Quickly respond, then I'll bring General Dua in. He's already smiling.
Sir, basically the Indian sleeping cells are there in the Azad Jammu and Kashmir, not Indian occupied Kashmir. And they were being planted in the peaceful demonstration, in the peaceful protest. They were demanding for the restructuring of the
I like Major Nadeem, you know, the fantasy world, the fantasy world of the Pakistani security forces is something that always impresses me a great deal. And that's the reason why I'm very happy we have General Dua. Just hold on, sir. With respect,
the word the security agency.
You keep talking about
only the police.
Sir, you keep talking about Indians operating inside PoK. Let me introduce you to General Dua, who was the architect of India's 2016 surgical strikes, where we actually sent agents to, hit Pakistani terrorists operating from PoK. But that is not the issue in debate right now. General Dua, the Pakistanis say, this is not a rebellion, this is not a revolt, it's no big deal, 10 people are dead, so what? You don't have to give it so much attention.
Incorrect.
Let General Dua speak, sir. Sir, let General Dua speak.
Yes.
Thank you, Shiv, for giving me this opportunity. And I'll request my co-panelists. I've heard them very patiently. Please do the same courtesy to me. You see, I have heard comments, the rebellion that we are seeing in PoK, mass movement, the number of deaths that have taken place over the last few days. This is not the first time. It does happen from time to time. And why, Major Nadeem or anyone else would perhaps say, I'm just hazarding a guess, mind you, that is not such a big thing, is because Pakistan is having problems on the Baluch front, huge problems there. They have problems with the Pashtuns and the Afghanistan border. They are having problems here in PoK, as we see from time to time. So Pakistan at the present moment, I really empathize with them, is in a very low spot. Politically, their most popular leader is in jail. Diplomatically, they stand nearly isolated. Only 4 countries supported them during Operation Sindoor. Financially, they're at the lowest point ever. They have to borrow money to pay their they have to take loans to pay their loans. So at the present moment, I'll just end with 2 quick points. there have been countries ever since terrorism became such an instrument that states use unofficially. Terrorism has become an instrument, for proxy war by many countries and states. Pakistan used that as well against Kashmir, against Punjab, but then eventually they've actually grown out of it. Now terrorism is an instrument of state policy. And in fact, the state has now turned proxy for US, for China, for any other activities that they would want to prosecute. I would just like to end by saying that, the famous Hillary Clinton statement, when you rear snakes in your backyard, they will come back to bite you as well. And I see a lot of that happening all over.
I want to second, Major Nadeem, I'll come back to you, but I just want to add with a map what General Dua was saying, because you jumped on the Indian Northeast and said, look at what's happening in your Northeast. Let me just point out to you, sir, what's happening in your country. You are well aware of this, but you will not acknowledge it. So let me just show it to you and all of our viewers. We've shown you just now what's happening in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, a violent uprising in which several people have been shot dead by the Pakistani government. This is a big rebellion against the Pakistani government that's taking place there. That's number one. Number two, in Gilgit-Baltistan, protests have been happening against Pakistani human rights violations. They've gone to the United Nations Human Rights Council as well. Then we go to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, one of the large provinces in Pakistan, where the Pakistan Air Force just days ago conducted airstrikes against what they thought were Taliban targets, but ended up killing many of their own citizens. On the Afghanistan-Pakistan border, in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area, there are daily attacks by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, killing dozens of Pakistani military targets and soldiers practically on a daily basis. Come down to Balochistan, you've got suicide bombings that are taking place almost on a daily basis, daily attacks by the Baloch Liberation Army as well, which was recently designated a terror group by the United States. And then, of course, on the line of control, you have the situation that has been tense since Operation Sindoor, completely bruised and battered by the Indian Army as well as the Indian Air Force. And remember that there are several bases, dozens of bases and targets across Pakistan that are still under repair after being damaged in airstrikes by Indian Air Force strikes. So it's not just PoK, Major Nadeem. I've just shown you how, while you are pointing at India's northeast, which, mind you, is under control, we are on the road back to peace.
Indian occupied Kashmir.
You are surrounded by fires, sir. You've got fires burning on all your borders. Your military is under siege. Your leaders are sitting and smiling and acting like slaves of the United States at the White House. And here you're pointing at India's northeast, Major Nadeem. I mean, there has to be a limit to shame, sir, with respect.
Sir, we are being asked to act as a security provider in the GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council, right? We are the country, right?
I want our viewers to look at this map. I want our viewers to look at this map when they talk about security provider.
Let me speak. And let me show your map as well. Okay? Let me show your map as well.
Net security provider in the region is this map. Yes, I just want everyone to look at this map.
We are the security provider. And
this is your map, sir.
The other GCC countries will also join us.
This is your map.
Right?
This is your map.
Yes. Let me show your map also.
This is your map.
What's happening in Ladakh? What's happening in Ladakh?
This is your map. The Ladakh protests are over, sir. Sir, we are a democratic country. We are a democratic country where talks, negotiations always bring peace. We don't bomb our own people, sir, unlike your Pakistan armed forces.
What's happening in Ladakh?
Let me, since you don't wish to be convinced even by this, I did not wish to be disrespectful with you, sir. I respect everyone. You're a guest on our show. Let me show you a few images. Since maps will not convince you, let me show you a few images. Let me show you what the leaders of your country are doing while your armed forces and people are being bombed. Let me just show you some pictures. Please look at these wonderful pictures that we have on our screen right now of Asim Munir and Shehbaz Sharif, doing a sajda with Donald Trump, while you have innocent civilians being bombed by your Pakistan Air Force in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa just a few days ago. Just look at this shameless picture, sir. Shameless picture. Let me go to the second one. Let's go to the second one,
Before
where Shehbaz
Pakistan,
Sharif and Asim
you
Munir
are in the level of Big
are
Trump,
standing
Donald
and
Trump.
posing for photos in the White House with Donald Trump, while there are suicide bombing has taken place. Violent protests are taking in PoK. Not just military targets, but civilians have
What
been
Justin
killed in
Trudeau
record
saying?
numbers in Pakistan. And you
What
have
Justin Trudeau
you have
saying?
the number one man and the number
what?
two man in
Tell
your
him.
country, the field
The
marshal and the
what?
prime
Tell
minister,
him that what's Justin
sitting
Trudeau
like
saying?
clowns,
Why
sitting like
America
clowns,
refused
sitting like
visa to
clowns,
Modi?
sitting like clowns, and
Okay.
trying to win over Donald
Okay,
Trump
what
with gifts
RSS
and
is
minerals
doing?
and things.
What's happening in
Shame on your
Ladakh?
country, sir. Shame
What's
on your
happening
country.
in Ladakh?
Your people must be so ashamed
What's
of you. But
happening
let me
in
bring in
Indian
General Dua.
occupied
I don't want
Kashmir?
to, I
It
hate
is
it. I'm a
just a
journalist. I don't
civilian
want to
protest.
speak disrespectfully to my guest.
It a
So I
peaceful
don't want to do
protest.
that. I'm going to roll
It is
back that
not
back.
an insurgency.
General Dua, Major Nadeem, I'll come back to you. I was
What
making
about
a larger
Naxal
point
Mao
because you were
rebellion?
lying. You were lying about India. General Dua.
Shiv, I just add to what you said just now about showing that visual, which has gone viral all over the world, of the chief and the prime minister taking that samples to President Donald Trump. Just before I entered this panel discussion, I heard latest news that their army chief and the prime minister were ridiculed, not by us Indians or not by anyone else, but in the Pakistan Senate by, I forget the name, he is the grandson of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan.
Yeah.
And he ridiculed both of them for taking these samples to, so-called samples, the visual that you're showing, to the American president. So, this sort of a thing, it does really call, I would not like to comment on it. I'm only quoting what has been said in their setting about it.
It's embarrassing. Major Nadeem, you can go ahead. I will not interrupt you, sir.
Sir, let me ask one question. Please, let me ask one question.
You can answer the question, sir. You can answer the question.
Okay. Let me speak. What Justin Trudeau is saying, why America refused visa to Modi? Okay, why America did refuse visa to Modi? What's happening in Ladakh? What's happening in Seven
What
Sisters?
visa are you talking about, sir?
What's happening in Sikkim?
What visa are you
What's
talking
happening
about?
in Sikkim? Sir,
What visa are you talking about? Modi and Trump wished each other on their birthdays just now. 5 days ago. What are you talking about?
Rebellion?
What are you talking
You
about?
are just quoting a very simple, unpopular person statement.
Sir, I think
I am quoting
I think those images have rattled you. I think General Dua's words have rattled you a little bit.
Statement is there. You are killing six in
calm
every
down.
country.
Major Nadeem, you need to calm down because I know the truth hurts, sir. I know the truth hurts. See, that is the thing about NDTV. On NDTV, we don't indulge in any jingoism. We are just showing you facts. We are showing you facts. I have never seen General Dua raise his voice in his life. And he has been part of the most daring operations. He has never raised his voice, but you are losing your cool, sir. You are proving the point of what you're trying to say.
I am just
speaking facts here.
To get a window to ask questions from you because you are suppressing my voice. You are not allowing me to speak.
That entire map. I'll put that map on air one last time before I end this debate, sir. I'll put that map on air one last time before I end this debate. And let me just say,
I can show you the
all of these things that are happening in Pakistan are because of India's raw. Let me take your side for once, Major Nadeem. Let me humor all the people of Pakistan and say that everything that's happening in this map is because of sleeper agents of raw.
There is no insurgency.
Whether it is Gilgit-Baltistan, whether it is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the AFPAC border, whether it is the LC, whether it is Balochistan, wherever you look, wherever tension is happening, sir, I seek your forgiveness, sir. Raw is responsible for all of this, sir. Raw is responsible. I will make sure I keep the questions to Raw. I'm going to end this debate. I apologize we were speaking so much over each other, but facts hurt. The truth hurts, and this needed to be said. Thank you, General Dua. Thank you, Dr. Choudhary. Thank you, Major Nadeem, for joining me on debate number 2 here on India Matters. India-Pakistan, where every single thing becomes a battlefield. Every single platform becomes a place for warfare. In a year when India and Pakistan literally went to war, where things could have escalated, whether it is the cricket pitch, whether it is the military battlefield, whether it is diplomacy, whether it is TV debates, it looks like warfare is the new norm between India and Pakistan. And that's something I want to remind all of our viewers on a daily basis. Something has fundamentally changed between India and Pakistan. There is no separating friendship from other relations. There is no separating politics from democracy. There is no separating sports from terror. As far as this relationship is concerned, warfare is the only way the two will interface until terror stops entirely.